Installment on voter issues and the election process. Tonight's story is about people who went to great lengths to cast a vote more than once. Senior correspondent Eric Shawn is in New York with that story. Good evening, Eric.
Good evening, Brett. You know, election fraud has become an issue in this campaign on both sides of the aisle. And tonight we look at something that you would not even think could happen anymore.
Once was apparently not enough for Pasco Parker. Prosecutors say the Tennessee man voted in the 2012 presidential election not once, not twice, but 3 times in 3 different states. First by voting in person in Spring Hill, Tennessee, then mailing in absentee ballots in Florida and North Carolina.
We'll have to start looking at the pattern based on zip codes.
That's where he was uncovered by a volunteer election watchdog group, the Voter Integrity Project.
It's too easy to vote twice. It really comes down to your honor.
The group's director, DeLancy, says election officials should have caught Parker.
When you register in North Carolina with one social security number and register in Tennessee with another, that tells me that he really thought about this or perhaps was trained.
A 2012 Pew study found a staggering number of people registered in more than one state, 2.75 million, and 68,000 registered in 3 states. While others say voter fraud is extremely rare and the names of possible double voters are really just clerical errors or coincidences, the cases are shocking. In Wisconsin, Robert Monroe was sentenced to jail a few months ago after he was charged with 13 counts of election fraud. Prosecutors say he voted twice in the 2012 presidential race, first by absentee ballot in Shorewood, Wisconsin. Then, on Election Day, he drove 4 hours south to Lebanon, Indiana, where, using an Indiana driver's license, he voted in person. In Maryland, a Democratic candidate for Congress, Wendy Rosen, was caught. Party officials said she illegally voted twice in 2 states. In California, people voted twice in the presidential primary this past June, said the East Bay Times. In just 3 counties, Contra Costa, Alameda, and Santa Clara, 194 people voted twice, suggesting the abuse statewide might run into the thousands.
Election fraud is a crime against the entire American public. It is a crime against our Constitution and a crime against the foundations of our nation.
Well, in New York, the Brennan Center for Justice has called most allegations unfounded. And election officials say safeguards are in place. But perhaps the best way to stop it is to remember, when you go to the polls, vote only once. Brett?
Good idea. Eric, we'll see you next week. Thank you.